For the semifinal. We've been waiting for it all day, and looking at my clock, it's not even 9 yet. So, knock on wood did help. We're actually ahead of schedule for once, which is a good thing. Best of 3 map between Zen and GL about to go afoot. We have already done all the knifing that we wanted to see, and all that other comedy as well. So, yeah, we are basically ready to go inside the game. Let's go live, and take us up to this grand final, this walk-up to the grand final that is about to get hot and heavy. Now, I do have all the info that is from this tournament so far. Zen, so far, has actually not managed to... Well, actually, they managed to lose 1 map versus Gamelimited early on in the tournament in round number 2, which was supposed to be played at 12 o'clock, but actually being played at 2. Before that, they won versus Join the Force, which got sent home earlier on. Then they sat out in round number 4. And number 5, they managed to play versus Derp, and they won versus them as well. And then they played versus KTM and Lil Paz, which both matches were won quite significantly. We'll be playing these matches on Strike and City Streets. I remember that it's best of 3. The first team to win 2 maps in a row, or at least win 2 maps, wins this series. So far, though, it is actually looking quite good for Gamelimited. Already managed to pick himself up the first round. Let's take a look at the overview map, see what is going on here with the bomb. The bomb is actually in mid-shops, potentially going towards B, in connector. Interesting. Let's see where they take it. Looks like it's going to be moving towards the A side into connector, but it's not going to help too much because the Gamelimited side already getting shut down. And Zen is really one of the main contenders for this tournament so far, having played consistently very, very well in the tournament. They are, of course, Mayan, Bruder, Daka, Licker, and Coyote. Well, Gamelimited owner Bart, Rabbi, and owner. And so far the picks are actually going quite well for Bruder. Bruder, who managed to pull a wizard earlier in the tournament, getting 2 shots in a row and managed to miss both of them. Well, they seemed so incredibly easily, but finally it does appear that he's managed to get his game back up in the play. Does get shut down, leaving just Daka all by himself, and he's going to be pinned in at this rate. Royaz getting some good shots there on Bruder just outside of B, and there's 2 more right on the side. That was most likely the bomb as well. No, Mycon has the bomb. And Royaz get a mouth full of pineapple. Being taken down. Let's take a look at the strategy. Still a B push potentially, but there's only 3 remaining with 2 in B. Let's see where Zen... Oh my god, is he going to take this bomb? It does look like it's going to be an A. If he's smart, he'll take it through calf. Yes, he does. Owner, in the meantime, will meet him, but he may think that they are going to push it through the other side. Maybe boss double pounds in that position. Mycon still waiting to make that push in towards the side. Owner, same story, but the SMG is going to be difficult to use. But he gets the penetration into the site. His owner hears the plant, but did he hear it on the wrong correct site? Mycon 1v2 versus Bart And where's Bart? He's going to take it down. Yes, he does. Too close for comfort there. Very, very close. Well, 1v2 remaining. And now it's going to be a 1v3 in favor of Gamelimited.
Diffused.
The bomb currently in run number 4, really holding itself back. Again, Zen really trying to focus up what are they going to do, and it does look like finally they're going to go for an A and pushing in towards the site as fast as they can. Holding the ground and hoping that the bomb does not get dropped. Gamelimited, on the other hand, have already got a 3-man stack right on top of the site with a 4th sitting by. Not going to happen. Robbie getting there first, and it does look like Gamelimited will be able to continue their spray at this rate. Superb defense there by Gamelimited. 4 men right on top of the site. The bomb is down. And there it is. Coyote gets shut down as well. It's 1-4. Run number 6, just a foot. First strategy is already being pushed. It looks like there's going to be a fast statue rush. With Maikon trying as quickly as he possibly can to get himself in a position of control right on top of the statue. Peeking over the wall. Nobody there. There's some decals on the wall. This Brooder, on the other hand, firmly on the other side of the... Ooh, that could have been a great pick. Barty with a 2 with the SMG. Does get shut down. Danny, Roychez, and Rabbi remaining. Gets K. Brooder, last man standing, gets the single. Picks up the bomb, and he will need to move quickly to pick up the pace. And he did have the opportunity to get the planting, but he just did not know. He did not know that he could. Roychez all by himself now. Royaz,
explosives planted.
Versus a scope with an AK, that's going to be problematic. This is it right here. Royaz has got around 30 seconds to do this, plus defuse. Tick-tock. Tick-tock! The attacks come in. Brooder aggressively pushing forward. Does not pick it up. Royaz too fast, too furious. 1-5.
Explosives diffused.
Run number 7, though. So far here in the tournament, with a 1-5, it's really starting to look rather bad for Zen, who managed to perform very, very well throughout the tournament, but they have the last time they played for us this Gamelimited, they did lose 13-2 on City Streets. Now, this is Zen's map. And looking at the historical play of Gamelimited on this map, let's see here, Gamelimited on Strike, managing to win 13-9 versus KTM, and KTM not being one of the other teams in the ground in the semifinal, and the other semifinal versus Derp is one of those teams that they might be able to contend with quite well. We'll have to see whether or not that is actually the case. On the other hand, Gamelimited, Zen even, my apologies, played 6-13 versus Join the Force, who came in last in this thing. So overall, this could potentially, if Gamelimited wins this matchup versus Zen, as they seem to right now, if they can keep their momentum going, then they stand a very, very good chance on City Streets, to say the least. Gamelimited has consistently been picking City Streets as their map of choice.
Explosives planted.
As Zen finally managed to get the bomb in. Rabbi trying to counter. He needs to move fast. He'll need to move swift in order to unleash the fury. Gets my contact. That's one. Bruder being tagged up. Rabbi with the finishing blow, and the defuse is going to come in. And that is going to be devastating. Absolutely devastating. They had the side on complete in a lockdown. And then Rabbi says, hello there.
Diffused.
This nice sight you got there. I'll take it. 1-6. Mycon once again running the bomb as fast as he can towards the connector. B shops, nobody there. Though Royaz does manage to get himself a nice shot there. Rabbi and Royaz. Both from Gibu. Gibu star player Stevie was not able to attend. So far, not looking good for Zen at all.
Explosives planted.
With the bomb once again being planted by Mycon, but still, there's not much. They've decided to rotate their strategies completely, moving over towards a B push instead, but they're still up against 3. Managed to take 1 down. Managed to take 2 down. It's all up to Bart. Not make that owner. And I do believe that was a TK. Defuse. This is going to get close. Oh! Gets the defuse! Nicely done by Gamelimited once again. Picking up a round. Fastly picking up a round. If this continues on and it goes from 1 to 12, then this could potentially be the fastest semifinal map I have ever seen in my entire life. Bart, really the player to watch out for here for GL. Well, at least on the GL side. But it's 2v4. Mycion, Bruder, Liquor, and Coyote still standing. Make that just Royaz remaining as the last man. It's not going to happen. It's 2-7. Finally, Zen pick up a round. Mycon, in the meantime, they've realized that the bomb towards B strategy seems to be working. And pushing forward with that could potentially be something good. Owner, in the meantime, decides that this nozzle seems to be exquisitely shaped and most possibly Victorian. In the meantime, though, Mycon and Coyote all by themselves once more. And they still have the bomb, so that's a slight advantage they have. Oh, Robbie, you should have gotten that. Definitely should have gotten that. And Sally does not manage to connect with that. That's a real shame, to say the least. The bomb must get planted. Fake plant, even. Maicon not even going to stand tall for that single second. The bomb's not going to pick up. It's 2-8. 2 more rounds in this half. Time for round number 11. Zen quickly get thinned out as if they are cattle with mouth and foot disease. With just Maicon once again with the bomb. Running around, gets himself a single. And he's gonna need to watch out. Mid shops it is. It's 2-9. And again, Gamelimited are unleashing the Steer Fury with the Steamroller. Quickly annihilating every single piece of resistance that Zen can hold. And at this rate, it's going to be a Gamelimited final. Especially if you consider they managed to play extremely well on City Streets before versus this very team. 2-12, 2-10. Three more rounds remaining. Good half being called. The score is 2-10. Gamelimited need 3 more. Still, though, in the first half here, strategy-wise, bomb hanging out in the mid shops. And so far, the team-wise 2v2 is looking pretty good kill-wise. Bruder, Daka, and Coyote versus Robbie Burtz and Owner, who has got the bomb, and he will run it forward, but he's going to need to watch out in the shops here to the left. Oh, he saw him sitting on the ground! Walk straight into its absolute rain of fire. That was slightly awkward, and now Gamelimited will need to somehow, somewhere, retrieve the bomb into their hands. Two v 2. Bomb is still on the ground. It's not going to happen, and Zen are going to pick up their first round in a while. It's 10-3. Still, though, the bomb being run by Royaz, who is playing up A site as the rest of his team have already managed to take down most of the onslaught. That is Zen. And I will need to look at my sheet once again. Yeah, it was Gamelimited versus Zen, 13-2 on City Streets. And as it looks right now, it's going to be somewhat of a serious
Explosives planted.
annoyance, to say the least, here for Gamelimited if they keep this up, because a score of 12-3 or 13-3 is not something to take, well, just to say, too serious. And sadly enough, it does not an exciting match make. That right there is the real shame. Bruder 1v1 versus Danny. He's going to need to watch out. He's going to need to get to the bomb. He's going to need to get that defuse in as soon as he can. Oh! Big defuse down to the last seconds. 5 seconds remaining. SMG comes out, picks him off. It's 10-3. 2 more rounds for Gamelimited. As the strategies unfold. And it's still really weird to see what Gamelimited is trying to do here. Holding by connector towards mid shops. And Owner already rushing in towards B. And this is going to give the Gamelimited the opportunity just to move in casually, especially now Zen only have 2 men standing. With Coyote sitting on the outside. And an easy kill there for Liquor. Gamelimited only Bart remaining. After a really weird round, to be honest, Zen managed to kill, having only 2 men left versus 4, and suddenly Zen managed to turn this all the way back around and get in the back. Still, though, Zen has a long road to go. A long, long road to go. I'm not saying that it's impossible. I'm just saying it's going to be difficult. So in the meantime, with both teams, yeah, the bomb by B shops. Oh, that is such a horrible place. Towards connector gets out of there. That is lucky for Bart, because it's so difficult to cross there without being spotted and getting shut down. Making his way towards A site, but at what cost? At what cost indeed? Bartez all by himself, 1v3, and Zen may actually be able to pull that momentum up. We may actually have a game on our hands. Would you believe it? Still, though, Gamelimited with a decent enough start around. Both sides losing 2. Bruder going pretty big there. Still having a scope, still having his deagle, obviously. and looking to get himself a hat trick. Could be the first time this tournament he's actually got himself a hat trick, at least that I know of. Especially if you consider his scoping action in the beginning of the tournament not being too good, and now it's just Maicon remaining, Bolt by himself, forever alone, and he would need to clutch that. It's not going to happen though. It's 13-5. It is map point for Gamelimited. And after that, we're going to go towards the dreaded city streets, and Zen can already feel it in their bones. They do not want to go to that map. They know that if they're going to see, Gamelimited on that, they may go into what's that horrible, horrible repeat of a 13-3, which is exactly what happened in round number 2 of the tournament earlier on. So far, though, it's a 1-1 sit rep. Daka actually getting a double. Right now, though, again, 3v3. Let's take a look at the map here. Bombing and Flower Shop, and the rest of the entire Zen team are just camping like crazy. They're not. They're all challenging the essence of the Vado, and they know that they need to sit back. In order to pull this one off, because they cannot afford to do anything risky. Where's the bomb? There's the bomb. 35 seconds to deploy bomb. This Maicon gets spotted. They'll need to move quickly now. KOD down. It's a 1v2. Just Daka remaining. Maybe able to clutch this out. Does not do it. The first map is going to go to Gamelimited. It's 13-5. Good half, they call it. We're going to move on towards a map number 2. Gamelimited are 1 foot already in the grand final here at E-Series. After a slightly disappointing match, if I may say so. We've had a lot of good matches throughout the tournament, such as actually Gamelimited versus Derp was actually quite good. One of the better ones. Sadly enough, because we are in the so-called spring cleaning side of the year right now, where a lot of teams decide to let some of their players go, move some new players in, getting ready for the new tournaments of the year. So that's kind of what we're working in right now. So you're not going to see those high-class teams like we had before, at least for Benelux levels, like TLR and Aces, as they have now managed to turn themselves into a Chimera-like character. And I seem to be... Yeah, there we go. And it does appear that Zen want to roll straight ahead in towards a semifinal, which generally is something you don't see very often. Generally what you see is the teams going for a little bit of a break, maybe a smoke break. That's what we saw with Yo-Yo Tech at Outpost on Fire, as well as Sibo and Annexes. But you know what? Let's go inside the game. Let's go live here on City Streets. Oh boy. Zen are not going to enjoy this. It's going to be important to see what strategy we're going to be employing here. From both sides, even. So far, though, Zen are going completely against the pace and really going, well, dropping the bomb, so to speak. Zoyaz does have the bomb on him, and we'll be hoping to run that all around towards A site. But it's going to be problematic considering one of the Zen players are right inside the marketplace. But there's already somebody trying to sweep in there. Yeah, that's Bart. He's going to try to get behind whoever it is. It was Coyote. And now, Coyote not being down is going to be a serious, serious problem for Roy. I would actually suggest as a team right now to maybe even rotate towards the other side, just to play it safe.
Explosives planted.
As a deadly game of cat and mouse, Coyote all by himself. The bomb has been planted. This is gonna get interesting. He's gonna go down. And it's gonna be 1-0 in favor of Gamelimited. Already showing what is to be expected from this map. At least what history shows is to be expected from this map. As one looks away, Gamelimited 2, Zen 2. Royas finds himself shut down, and now it's his Bart. Bart, who's actually, my apologies, actually owner. He's got himself an SMG. He's gonna get shut down, and Zen picking up a round, an important round. Let's see where they take the bomb. It may actually be a fake towards B. With Royas with bomb on long towards A. Now he's going to rotate back. And he's going to move quickly. Only because he already tried the strategy once. And it's going to be risky. He's going to need to throw himself into the fight at some point. Because his teammates are essentially standing 2 to 4. With him not doing anything productive right now. Finally, just pick up Bruder. Shows him where he's made of. It's going to be important again. An A push. There's 2 there, but they don't know that yet. Maybe an A push. Safer option. Can control the drop zone as soon as you get the bomb, at least, onto the site very, very easily. And it does look they're going to go for that. Mycon, on the other hand, kind of looking at A. Going to go towards plants and overlook. Gaka, not even enough consequential. Rupp gonna go down. Making that just Danny and Royas remaining. With a quick fake defuse with Mycon and Daka. Daka can actually do a significant amount of damage here if he decides to jump in now. It does do so. It's just Coyote remaining. It's 2-1. Zen gets ahead for the first time. As against all predictions, Gamelimited are not doing too good right now versus Zen, who they managed to play so well against in round number 2 on this very same map. So it does appear that Zen has managed to put themselves within a state of mind. Shall I say, a state of Zen? Yes, I did go there. I am sarcastic and somewhat annoying like that, but that's how I roll. 2v4. And again, slow play from both sides. They know what's at stake. They know they want to pick at that spot in the final. They know there is a fairly big prize on hand here. In addition, making that 1-3. Zen extending their lead. Surprising, very surprising. Gamelimited will need to change their strategy. And now they're actually taking Royaz with them towards the site. Maybe an SMG pushing straight towards the marketplace, trying for a rush strategy instead of what they've been doing so far. Not working at the moment because they are dedicating themselves to the freedom of the culture that is B. With nobody down. The clock ticks. No kills yet. Ooh, KO. Almost getting scoped to bits. But that body shot was not enough. And again, Zen are coming out on top in these battles. And we may actually go to crash at this rate if Zen keeps on this pace. And there it is, 1-4. And it's almost like I'm watching an old school version of City Streets right now with extremely slow play, very undynamic, with nades and stuff being thrown around all over the place. The bomb is currently in the hands of, where is he? There he is, in Rabbi. Finally managed to get himself a plant in. It doesn't look like Gamelimited will be able to pick up their first round in a very, very long time, but don't call it just yet. Because there it is. A 2v2. But the bomb has been planted. Rabbi should be able to pick up this kill. Hit he does. Brooder down. Big kill. Scope out of the fray. Picks up the R700. Interesting choice. As Royaz takes Daka down with great justice. It's 2-4. That's going to ruin your day. Bruder with a absolutely superb double. Could have gone for a triple just there. I'm not going to do so. As I'm nearly failing and trying to curb my enthusiasm. But the match play, the match what we're seeing right now is, to put it bluntly, slow and methodical. We're not seeing the intense, active play that we would see from a team like Derp. And then again, Icon, who's been running that bomb around for most of the game, for most of the day, actually. Playing really, really well, but what can you do? This is really the difference between the both teams. Gamelimited is willing to take risks, and that's exactly what Owner just did. Going all the way around, picking up the kills as he should. Is he going to go for the hat trick? Does so. Hat trick it is. It's 3-4. Gamelimited are coming back slowly but steadily, as statistics would predict. As Bruder gets his revenge in, a set nade will do just that instead of an SMG shot to the face. And this does put a slight dent in the assaulting strategy of GL's predicament. Let's see at the map, see what there's up to. They do have the bomb. They're going to have some serious issue trying to get into its side. Bart tried to do so. The bomb is down, and they only have 2 in A. Having 2 in A is not going to be enough to do this. Making that just 1. One v5. I was almost going to say maybe we'll see our first ace today. How wrong I was. Time for round number 9 here on the E-Series Studios. Let's go on the way. Zen has managed to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that they can actually perform here on City Streets. As the knife comes in, Robbie managed to get himself a knife that was Bruder and just KO'd remaining. I'm gonna guess that was one of those jump knives from Marketplace, right on top of Bruder at least.
Explosives planted.
KOD all by himself, managing to hold the ground, but now he's against the clock and 3 Gamelimited. He's not gonna survive through this at this rate. I told you he wouldn't. 4-5, Gamelimited. 4-5. The bomb once again, going for AA. Royaz takes it away. They're gonna need to watch out with these cars. They're going to have a minor advantage because we have Owner pushing in very, very far. Oof. Royaz is going to need to watch out because there's somebody at plants. It is, in fact, Bruder, isn't it? Yes, it is. Yeah, he's going to get scoped. Does look like a Royaz plant. Is he the aggressive there again by Bart, who's been playing very, very well throughout. KO. Forcing the plant. Let's take a look at the stats here as well. Robbie with 8-7, followed by Royaz. And then it's Bart, Danny at the bottom. And Zen's side, we got Daka, Licker, Bruder, KOD, and Nation in that particular order. And the score is 5-all. It's all completely tied up. Meanwhile, Bart has got the bomb, but he's all by himself. Versus 3. Clutch time? Maybe. You know, if he does, he's got 1 minute and 5 seconds to do it. Still, though, he's taking his time. 40 seconds. 20 seconds with that airspace. On TR. Gets picked up. There it is, KOD. Nice little headshot there. And it's 5-6 once more. Well, not so much once more, but Zen takes the lead once more, as they should. They have been playing absolutely superbly so far. And like I said, again, against what could be regarded as a statistical anomaly by now. Because you'd think that they'd be able to do something there. tie it all back up at 6-6. Half time it is. What an awkward round this was. Absolutely awkward. So far, Zen playing 6-6 is quite the achievement on their side. I definitely did not see it coming. But now it's time for Zen to do their assault, and let's see if they can pull something off here beyond belief. Even though Robbie already takes the first down now, Maninacion, not gonna have too much luck there. It's a 2v3 in favor of Gamelimited. The bomb being dropped. It's on the catwalk. Robbie will be able to get a nice shot off here if he stays in that position. Decides to find Bruder instead, who's managed to pick himself up an AK. Making that an SMG instead. Making his way over to the bomb. He doesn't simply have time. Right now, Bart and Royaz can just split up, one on each side. Wait for Bruder to make his move. I would not be surprised if, if he goes for B, which is exactly what he's doing. As Bart is slowly but steadily stalking him there. And Bruder's most definitely expecting something. Something indeed. Bart not having the time. Oh, this is gonna get interesting. He's hurt the plant. He's hurt the plant indeed. Was it a fake? Should have probably used the crosshair instead. Now, Bruder is being stuck between a Horrock and a hard place. He's going to go down at this rate. And the bomb does not get planted. It's 6-7 for Gamelimited. The extension has been made. Mycon already off, gets a nice nade down towards Bart. And this is going to put Robbie on the pressure. Because the bomb will get planted. Did he see Coyote running away? Or Mycon, for that matter. Risky situation there. Running him with a scope at the hip. And Royaz is in some serious trouble if he decides to push here, and he does. It's 7-7. It's all tied up. This could go all the way down the line. And remember, Gamelimited managed to win the first map 13-3. A significant lead. And now this, 7-7.
Explosions planted.
And again, Zen managed to Hello there, Nate. Barth comes in with this semifinal second map being a whole lot more intense than anybody's guess. Putting Gamelimited on a significant advantage, and Daka is not going to survive that flashbang. If somehow manages to sit straight. No, as he says, Danny comes in with the SMG and locks him down. Gets a second now as well. It's just Coyote remaining for Zen on that bomb. That bomb is never going to get picked up, mate. You're not going to live through that. Told you so. It's 8-8. This is ridiculous. It goes back and forth. It's like a saw. A saw back and forth. A seesaw even. I love my analogies. And you know what? I was a little bit down for a little bit. I was feeling like the energy was slowly but steadily flowing away from me. But now I feel like I'm Goku in Dragon Ball Z, just powering up. This is gonna be awesome. 8-8. I'm not even kidding. I'm feeling completely and utterly invigorated. An explosion of energy. I have these moments sometimes where I'm a little bit, but then, bam! And then that happens. And it's looking good. Gamelimited with 4-man up versus Makion and Bruder. Bruder, oh, look at that. Superior play there, even though Bruder gets tagged up with only an inch of life to spare. The bomb is down. No, never mind. Makion does have the bomb. Awkward. It does get shut down. Bruder, last man standing. It's not going to survive. 8-9. 4 more rounds for Gamelimited, and they will be in a grand final. Then again, 5 more rounds for Zen, and they will force themselves a third map, which is going to be Crash. And you know what? After a long day of nothing but city streets and Strike, I could go for some Crash. I could definitely go for some Crash. And as he says, he looks away for a second, and suddenly it's just Coyote remaining. And it does look like Gamelimited have found the Jazz. They're back in action. Key nades already been called out. Yes, 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 yes. 3 more rounds needed here for Gamelimited. 5 more rounds needed for Zen. As the seesaw is slowly but steadily inching towards one direction. Like you have a really skinny kid on one end and a really fat one on the other end. Bart could have potentially gone for the... Yep. Well, that's it right here. It's 8-11. So far, the bomb. Where is the bomb? Bomb is going to be with Zen. Owner already sitting in the little shop, and the bomb on B will have a good moment there. The Mycon's attention will be focused completely on the clothing shop because they know that either Rob is there or Bart's there. 1 or 2. Not gonna happen. It's just Coyote remaining. Coyote versus Robbie. This could be it right here. 11-8. If there was a time for Coyote to shine, this would be it. He knows exactly where Robbie is. Oh, that is so cheeky. Oh, and he gets the
Explosives
plant. That is rather keen. Not going to happen. Straight through the bomb box. And that's going to get defused. It is match point for Gamelimited.
Explosives diffused.
Mycon with the bomb. Zen will have one hell of a mountain to climb. It may be their Everest. And so far, Everest is being gentle to them. Taking out one of the GL players early on. And knocking one out of the game temporarily for a long time. But the counter already comes in. Danny takes down Liquor. Liquor, who's been owning it up for Zen so far, together with Daka. Daka gets another one. Oh, that barrel blows up in his face. Perfectly done by Royaz. Absolutely great play, using that barrel as to its maximum potential. The bomb's still in Mycon. And good game being called already, because Zen knows this what is up. They don't think that Mycon can do this. They don't think that he can pull off this three-man, this clutch. Gets the first here of what could be absolutely sensational. And I used a word that I should never use. 29 seconds. 29 seconds. Let's see the first one. Saw him peek by the window. He gets taken down. This match is all over. Good games being called as Zen versus Gamelimited. Zen get knocked out the tournament with Gamelimited, moving on towards the grand finals here at E-Series number 4. Number 4. Don't go anywhere. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back with you for the grand final. And you know what? Let me look at the clock. It's 21:24. It is not even midnight, and we're starting an E-Series grand final before midnight. Mind blown. We'll be right back with you here on the stream, live at the studio.